Hey everybody, this is Jasmine with Ethereal Pathways. Thank you for joining me. I am going to do another quick collective channel message that I was receiving. I was again shuffling through my Animal Spirit Oracle deck, and I began getting a message for the collective to share. Another one, just like I did earlier. And I wanted to share this. This is probably going to come out tomorrow on Saturday. But this message is for a collective of you that will resonate. I feel like more divine feminine energy, but again, it may not be that gender. It's not gender specific, so you may be more in feminine energy at this time in creation, creating something. You're in receptive mode, receiving your abundance, things like that, like Empress energy. So again, take it as it resonates, as I always say, and use your intuition with these messages. And these messages are timeless, so it doesn't matter when I post these. If you're coming across this message, you were probably pulled to it for a reason if you're watching this. So there's probably a message in here for you. So the first thing that came out when I was, shuffling and I just happened to look down was these two on both sides of the deck, in both hands, one in each hand. Love and happiness. And what was crazy was this morning I was hearing a Bob Marley song. Could you be loved and me loved? And then what's crazy is here's another song came out. As soon as I saw these two together, love and happiness, that song. So you may resonate with that. But what I also saw after the fact was Doe. Doe came out probably 2 days ago in one of my collective channel readings where I was writing out intuitive words that came to me or things I was seeing, and I went and looked up the spiritual meaning of the doe, and it's associated with divine feminine energy and motherhood and intuitiveness. And it says, I'm going to read this to you, so I wanted to share it. So it says, doe represents gentleness, intuition, and unconditional love. It's a symbol of the divine feminine. She embodies grace under pressure, nurturing strength, and the power of moving through life's challenges with a quiet, peaceful heart rather than aggression. And encountering a doe carries deep symbolic messages. So maybe you've seen a doe on the side of the road, or maybe you've seen a doe scrolling through your feed or something like that. Yeah, these are messages from the divine. By the way, that came through too. And some of these other messages I'm going to share in just a minute. So encountering a doe carries deep symbolic messages. Trust your intuition. Lead with compassion. A reminder to approach difficult situations or relationships with kindness and empathy rather than force. Embrace nurturing energy, known for their maternal instincts. It represents motherhood, family, and protection. Maybe a sign to care for yourself or lean on your community. And that came out in the earlier message today and the one yesterday. So again, these signs and messages are coming through for Spirit, for the collective at this time. Repeat messages, a lot of them. And they're trying to get through to people, to get the message through that lean on your community when needed, when you're guided. You don't always have to go it alone, be so fiercely independent, Navigate with grace is another thing it means. Does are known to move effortlessly through dense forest. Spiritually, this reflects your ability to adapt to changes and overcome obstacles with poise and lightness of spirit. And I'm feeling grace too. And that was coming out a lot. I just saw something back there in the image when I looked up. Something moving. I just feel like there was like a spirit or something that I don't know. Y'all, if y'all see something, let me know, because that was like caught my eye. I was like, that was weird. And it wasn't like a fly or something. It was like something moving, like a wisp or something. Interesting. So some of you may be seeing stuff like that. I don't know, out of the side of your eye. So love and happiness came out, and I'll read the messages on here, but I'm also getting additional messages with this, which is why I'm sharing both. The messages I intuitively got, as well as what's on the card. So it may speak to you in some way. So with the love card, with the doe and the fawn, motherhood, you may have a family. You may be a mother, or you're in that nurturing, Empress energy. You have a family of your own. It says, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Grace. There's that word that came out again. Grace. It's been coming out a lot lately. Happiness. That's the otters. Some of you may like otters, or you maybe resonate with that. Look at that blue, throat chakra. Woo! Throat chakra. That's that blue and indigo. Indigo blue. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Waves are emotions, guys. Waves represent emotions. And the water, I mean. Water and the waves represent emotions. But the waves, it's the ebb and tide, the ebb and flow of life. That's what the waves are, the ebb and flow, the ups and the downs, the obstacles and the good times. So, yeah, no matter what's going on, it's saying try to be more playful and light and take things lightly. Because, otters are very playful, creatures. Your good destiny of love is sure. Your good destiny of love is sure. Okay, so it's basically saying, yeah, you're destined to have a love I'm getting with this. And that's something else that was coming through to me through these oracle cards. I was getting a collective message. So you've got, you're focused on yourself, divine feminine energy. Focus on yourself, nurturing yourself, trying to get that work-life balance. But I'm also the next set of cards that I look right behind those two on both sides came these two. So this is Keeper of Secrets, which is a lynx, which is they're known for, keepers of secrets, and Independent cat energy. Look at that. You may be in black cat energy. The female, what do they call that? The feminine, dark feminine. So you may resonate with that. No nonsense. You're not entertaining people, places, and things that are wasting your energy, playing games, things like that. You're also being called to, you've been a lone wolf, kind of like going on your own. You like your independence. You're trying to gain your independence. I just got too. A lot of you are gaining your independence at this time from people, places, and things, and jobs, whatever. Okay, and that's good. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be ascending right now, ending karmic life cycles and starting new beginnings and going our own way. A lot of us are. So, but yeah, look at that red energy. Look at that. I just got that. That came through on the last reading. The root chakra, the red, is your stability, your finances. Okay? So you're being more independent, going on your own for your own stability. I just got with that. Again, that's coming through for a lot for the collective right now in my messages. But what it says is you are a natural healer. A lot of you are healers. You are. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. So a lot of you are going alone, going solo, doing your own business, building your own business, doing your life purpose with that. Whatever it is, take it as it resonates, but that's what's going on. And this coming out with it was no coincidence on the other side. So there's somebody in your midst that is keeping secrets. And I don't think this is not just this message coming through. There's somebody keeping secrets in your midst and has been keeping secrets. And eventually those secrets will come to the light. They will be brought out. Okay. But also with this keeper of secrets is I feel like divine feminine, whoever's in this divine feminine energy, you're a pretty good keeper of secrets for others. So others may confide in you and come to you for guidance or come to you just to, pour out their whatever's going on with them and kind of vent and get some kind of, assistance with that. Even just being a listening ear is a form of healing. So some of you are healers in that sense. You listen to others. You may be counselors, therapists. Some of you are the keeper of secrets because, HIPAA, you have to keep those secrets. That's confidentiality for your clients. But also, just in general, you may not be a therapist or, people may in general just naturally come to you and confide things in you that they normally don't feel safe to confide in other people. And they sense that healer in you is what it is. It's an energetic signature, and their soul knows that, and they can sense that energy from you. So they may confide things in you. But for this message also, I'm getting that there's somebody keeping secrets. And with this, I'm just going to leave it generalized because I think it's multiple different situations for different people. And again, take it as it resonates for you. If you've been feeling intuitively, is your intuition, if If you've been feeling, and intuition here. If you've been feeling intuitively, because you're highly intuitive, that somebody's keeping secrets from you, then your intuition is, you're being told there's signs and synchronicities here in this message that your intuition is spot on. But don't like go after them with aggression is basically what I'm getting. You know, sit back and you're receptive. Allow the divine to bring it forward, because the divine will deal with that person or whatever, and they will do the work or whatever they need to do, and eventually those secrets will come out at some point, okay? Whether it be through somebody else or that person. But I feel like for this right here, I'm feeling like it's a person that needs to come forward and speak a truth to somebody else. And again, this could be for love too. And what I got with this also, because friend came out, messenger and friend was the other two that came out right behind that on both sides. So these are the energies, the messages were just coming through with these cards. It was like a clear sign, and messages were just, downloads were coming through with these. So I felt really guided to share these. So with messenger, this is a bald eagle, you know, represents what? Freedom in the United States, right? So messenger, something is being set free. There's a message that's going to set karmic tie or something free that needs to come out. And that's what I'm getting with this. But also the message on this, it says hawk on here, but that's a bald eagle, obviously, because there was another hawk that came out at the end, and I'll share that in a minute. And that was like a gold eagle or a hawk. This is spirit is sending you messages. That's what I was just saying. The messages are coming out. You're getting signs and intuitive hits that there's something brewing behind the scenes that you can't see in the physical, but you're intuitively picking up on it. It's that somebody's keeping secrets from you. Somebody has kept secrets from you, whether it be feelings, hidden feelings, hidden intentions, like maybe bad intentions, whatever it is. And you've been kind of like picking up on that. Okay. So you're very intuitive. So listen to your intuition, because it'll be telling you the truth, and eventually you'll see it, you know, come out, is what I'm getting with this collective. So, but what it says is spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. And that's what I was getting here lately is a lot of you are breaking free. You're becoming more independent financially of a job, and you're working for yourself, maybe doing your life purpose work or what have you. And you are just ascending. You're moving forward, and gaining your own freedom. And it's not just financial freedom. This is freedom in general, from like karmic ties, life cycles, karmic lessons, negative thought patterns that kept you stuck feeling you weren't good enough, things like that. It's a whole bunch of things that you're setting yourself free from by moving forward and taking these leaps of faith and believing in yourself and taking those actions to show that you believe in yourself by becoming more independent of others or jobs or whatever. And so you're gaining that freedom, and you're gaining that insight, and you're rising above, you're ascending. So great job. But what came through with that was this friend, okay? So this friend, there's a message coming through for this friend, but you're also getting signs about this friend, okay? The intuitive hits, you're getting signs and synchronicities. You might be seeing number sequences, seeing animals, and you don't have to see it out in the wild, you know, the animals. You could be just seeing them in general, like on your Facebook feed or whatever you use. You could be seeing signs and synchronicities or getting intuitive hits or messages. The divine's coming through, and your guides are trying to come through and give you this message that somebody has a message for you. Somebody needs to come through and communicate something to you. That there's hidden secrets, hidden feelings or something, or intentions that were hidden from you. And it's through a friend. So this may be a friend from your past, that's coming back forward, that maybe you've had a no contact, that you have maybe haven't even seen them since childhood. You don't know, but maybe they had hidden feelings for you, and now they see that you're single and you're independent because you just left a relationship, whatever it is, right? Take it as it resonates. But there's like a hidden friend here that wants to come forward and communicate a message to you of some sort, or take it as it resonates. There could be a friend in your midst that there's keeping secrets, okay? But again, take it as you feel. Your intuition has been telling you about this person, but this is a sign of confirmation for you. That this friend is wanting to come forward and, communicate this message. They're trying to gain the self-confidence to come forward and do that, but they've been watching from afar. With this message, look at this links. Look at this keeper of secrets. What does he do? He's in this image. He's on top of a mountain, kind of looking over the land. He's watching over from afar. Okay? So that's what I feel like this person is doing, is they're keeping their distance, they're staying silent, and they're watching, and they're just poised, just waiting to get, ready, I guess, to speak, to come forward whenever they feel ready to do so. So Mastery was the last card to come out. Here's the Hawk. And as you know, I think I looked up the Hawk before, and I might have posted it on my page, on my community post on my YouTube page, I think. I'm not sure, a while back. But there, you could look up the spiritual meaning of a hawk, and it's basically talking about rising above and connecting with the divine, seeing things more down from the divine point of view, from a higher perspective, looking at things as a whole. Okay, so you're removing your emotions, you're removing yourself from the immediate, what's going on here and then the here and now. You're introspecting and you're looking at things from a higher perspective of, well, this is what I did and this is what that person did, and yeah, that's probably why this happened, things like that. And you're mastering your life lessons now. You've ended karmic cycles now. You're ending karmic cycles right now, or recently have, and you're ascending and you're rising above, and you're introspecting at the end, and you're looking at things from a higher perspective now that you've calmed down from the anger, from the hurt, from the pain, and you're being asked to look at things from a higher perspective and find the wisdom in that message of what happened, that tower moment, whatever happened that caused a separation, and look at the wisdom that you're gaining from it. That's what you're supposed to do. And so you're being called to look at the wisdom, not at the hurt feelings of what happened, or whatever injustice you feel like you got or received from this other person, place, or thing. But look at it from a higher perspective. What did it teach you? What did it help you do? Did it help you rise above and be independent? Because that's what it was meant to do. That's the divine. When we're stuck in our ways, in our toxic, maybe limiting mind beliefs that we're not good enough, we're not worthy of real love, of making good money, whatever it is, being financially independent and working for yourself, whatever the limiting mind belief is. When we get stuck in those patterns, and you have a call and a life purpose for you, the divine is calling you, you have a soul calling, you have a soul contract with, whatever it is, to assist people or the collective, or move ahead in your life and learn other life lessons. You cannot move on to those other life lessons until you learn the lesson, right? Or otherwise you're going to go right back into a karmic cycle, and it could be different people. You're going to learn the same lesson over and over until you learn the lesson. You're going to keep getting repeated patterns. Some of you are starting to see those repeating patterns within yourself, and you're starting to go, aha, now I see, look what happened. That this is why this has been occurring over and over in my life with different people, because I need to change my beliefs about myself, or I needed to create better boundaries, or I just needed to believe in myself, and my abilities. And so we're all freeing ourselves and becoming more independent. And that's what we need to do. We need to do that, follow our life purpose, follow our divine, guidance, and our intuition, but what we're supposed to do with passion, whatever it is, it's got to bring you passion. It's got to bring the excitement, and it's going to bring more love and happiness into your life. That's what the divine is calling you to do. Find that higher perspective and master these life lessons. Look back at what just happened recently with tower moments, endings, and introspect and figure out what was learned there. What was the lesson in that? Did I need to believe in myself? Did I need to let go of these limiting mind beliefs that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy? Was it I just needed to create better boundaries with people because I was over giving to them and they were taking too much, or they were putting me in a toxic mind frame because they were negative all the time. I mean, whatever it is, there's always lessons, and every time that there's an ending, there's going to be a new beginning. But at the end of that tower, you need to introspect, okay? And you need to figure out what was that lesson you were supposed to learn, because the universe and the divine is going to test you again. They are going to test you. They're going to bring people come in, and they're going to see if you're going to repeat a pattern. If you're going to go back into old ways and how you react or treat people, or if you're going to react in a different way. And you're going to learn the lesson by showing that in your actions, by treating people differently or acting differently towards yourself. Okay? So it goes both ways, as within, so without in your outer world. Whatever you're going through in your inner world, and how you believe about yourself is what you're going to manifest with relationships and your job situation, finances in your outer world. You got to remember that. So doing the inner work is what's so key and important. And I know it's not fun to listen to, but when you do that introspecting and you look at those lessons, if you're just not paying attention and you just keep repeating cycles, you're being called to look at the lesson you were supposed to learn. Whatever ended just recently in your life over the last couple months, look at what you were supposed to learn from that, and then try to master it, and then try to go forward and remember that and say, okay, next time this happens, I'm going to recognize, oh, this looks like a very familiar energy of this person coming at me in a certain way and wanting to treat me a certain way. What did I do last time? What am I going to do differently this time? So that's the lesson. But I wanted to share that message real quick with people that, there is somebody in your midst that we're hiding secrets. I'm sensing a deception. And again, it could be, maybe negative intentions for somebody. Maybe they're going to take advantage of them financially. And just deceptive, energy is what I'm getting. But it also could be deceptive innocence. Somebody's holding hidden feelings for you, and they could be a friend. So yeah, anyway, take it as it resonates. So I hope this helped give you some, clarity and confirmation for you on your journey today. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. I'd love to hear. I really appreciate all of your love and support. And let me know if any of this resonated for you. I don't know. I feel like somebody's got dogs, by the way. Somebody's got dogs. That may resonate for you, or you like dogs. And also cats. There's dogs and cats in here, and birds. So some of you are animal lovers. There's a lot of just like cats and dogs, though. But yeah, take it as it resonates. But yeah, then we've got how many cards in the air? 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of air energy here. And there's some grounding here too. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Anything else, Spirit? Yep, that's about it. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe to help grow my page. I'm trying to help get these messages out to people. I really encourage people to just do it as you're guided. Again, no pressure, but I really appreciate those who have done it. And I wish you all the best, and I wish you all to be blessed. Thanks. Bye.